guy maybe goes to sleep, or maybe I'll bring him out there. We'll see. It's kind of a nice day outside. But yeah, hyped. Cold air intake. Wolf 13 is about to get a little upgrade in the engine bay, so I'm excited. Let's go. Alright, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little bit since I posted anything. And just, life and everything else going on. But I have been making a lot of just little adjustments and modifiers on the Wolf. And yeah, just want to give you guys kind of an update on what's been going on. Big shout out to everyone that's been supporting and following the Instagram and following the YouTube channel. It's been just a great experience trying to just kind of get this going. But anyway, so on this episode, talking about the latest mod that I've done to the truck. This is something I was going to wait for a minute to try to do, but circumstances and things happening, I ended up having to do a little bit sooner than I anticipated. But basically, it just took out the intake and put a cold air intake. So big shout out to K&N. We're going to be doing a little bit more stuff talking about what this is going to be, hopefully bring a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more performance enhanced to the vehicle and make it just sound a little bit better as well. Pretty excited about it. We got a meet coming up soon. Big shout out to the Keith Brown family back in Texas. It's one of our LST members, our Lone Star Thrillers members. We're doing this for him. We're doing this for everyone, keeping it going. Yeah. So yeah, just big shout out to everyone. Make sure you tapping in and checking in with your people, man. That's like one of the biggest things. It's probably a little bit why I haven't really been posting a lot of stuff. Just kind of a lot of stuff going on. But I will say that having something like this hobby or this passion with the trucks and the skating stuff and everything, it really is a blessing because there's a lot of things out there that can derail you from what your goals and your passions are. So stick to doing what you love doing. That's big facts. Let's get right into it. We're gonna be talking about. Yep, this is Wolf 13, my 2013 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's a gasser, so I know they'll be going crazy in the comments about it. It is a V8. It's a 5.3 engine. It's got pretty much, you got the McGoy lift kit on it. It's another thing about it, 7-inch. Of course, the Archon Alexanders right here. These are the Alexander Archons. These are 22 by 14 on 355 Nitto trail grapplers. I mean, pretty wide, you know what I mean? So 22 by 14, that means that they set out 14, they're a negative 81. This is Wolf. My daughter named this truck. Quick rundown. Latest thing we've done is changing out the lights. We had to trim a little bit on the bumper. Big shout out to Bill. You were the man for that. But got these put on. Big shout out to Executive Tires for helping doing that. Also check them out. Also did the tow mirrors on there. Matched the tinting windows with the back. I'm still going to do some other stuff to it. I just haven't gotten all the way there yet. One of the biggest things is getting this antenna out of here. I have that set up too, but I have to actually go in and replace this whole thing because it is stripped in and it just does not want to come out. So I'm gonna have to replace the whole cord, as well as the upper control arms by Kryptonite. Big shout out to Kryptonite. The upper control arms and as well as the sleeve right here. I don't know if you can see that metal sleeve down here. This just helps the support system with the suspension and the inner and outer tie rod with that sleeve on there. So if you ever do anything like this, make sure you get that stuff situated because you will pay for it in the end, swear. So make sure you get that set up, get those angles right. You gotta get that geometry right down there because if it ain't, your wheels are gonna be falling off. You're gonna be having problems. So make sure you do it right the first time if you're gonna do it. This is a custom offset kind of build. This is the style of that. Big shout out to also to custom offset. That's another rep. I'm gonna get their sticker in here and show y'all. Now I did this custom sticker stuff, and everyone always asks me about these stickers in here, or this rim. I put all these in here myself. And they're just, it's an old school style. If you've been watching like custom offsets like back in the day, you would see like a lot of people would do that back in the day. But I just went a little bit in and just kind of just put all the supports in there. Definitely shout out to Intuition Skate Shop. Make sure if you're ever out or if you're just online, you need to get some skates, you just need anything, that's the spot. And of course, Archon, you already know. Of course, custom offsets. So, and you already know we in there. That's pretty much what I've done so far, and also the brow on the top. Big shout out to Super Tent. That's another big shout out to them. Those guys helped me out get this set up. There'll be some content on that soon too as well. Gotta get caught up on posts and stuff, but it's just been like that. But anyway, let me show you guys what I did. It's the first thing. Now, I'm gonna show y'all what it sounds like in here so you can hear it. Yeah, it's a family thing. Feel me? So I gotta make everything safe always. Big shout out to my boy Zach. Zach Goldwaller, man. He gave me this. Big shout out to Julian Baugh. Also a really good friend of mine who made this too as well. And I got the Let's Get It Forever in there. You already know what it is. Alright, so this is what I did. Check this out. Alright, you ready? You hear that? You hear that? That is the K&N cold air intake. So I'm gonna show y'all really quick. Now I did this last minute. I probably should have waited a little bit to do it. Oh well, there's no sun right here, of course, so I probably should change the sun. But anyway, let's see if you can see it anyway. So that's it right here. Cold air intake basically makes this a lot smoother, getting the air straight into the engine instead of it having this whole crazy thing from the stock intake that was in here. Basically, I had to drill holes in the bottom of the plate down here for the heat shield to be on here, as well as take off all the old stuff and get the inside going. But when you look at it, from this angle, it makes it so much clearer. There's so much space in here now. I had to replace and get a new airflow sensor, and that was pretty interesting getting that on there. But the most difficult thing that I had a problem with was getting out the hose that goes into the engine right there. That was probably the hardest thing, or just like the most complicated thing. It was not trying to come off. But anything else, I did realize earlier this morning that I had put on the washers and stuff right here backwards. I needed to put the bigger one here and the smaller one there, and I had them flipped over. And I was driving last night with it. Or just to like test it out, and I kept hearing like this like whistling sound, and of course you're supposed to hear like some kind of whistling noise with having this kind of intake in here, but yeah, it sounded weird. So this morning when I got up, looked under the engine, and you know what, this part right here was hanging out, was just dropped. So yeah, so make sure anytime that you do any kind of work with anything, you got to make sure you double check everything. I thought I had put it in there pretty good, but I probably should have did it not in such of a rush. I was on a tight schedule, so I was trying to get that done ASAP. But once you start something with this, you got to keep it going. So once I had everything out, there was no turning back. Of course, having little setbacks with the drill and stuff not working and everything, so it's kind of like all kind of, oh, whatever. Stuff's trying to stop you, but I just kept doing it anyway. So, but yeah, anyway, this is it. Cold air intake. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna see if I can get a shot with it while I have it in here. All right, you ready? Maxi Chevy, huh? It's a big game changer having that on right now because basically it's just sucking in all the cold air from underneath and making the engine have a lot more breathing power because the colder air makes the engine run a lot smoother instead of it being sucked in with a whole bunch of hot air. So, um, but where I live at, you have to make sure when you get something like these, you have to make sure that it is legal to have them because a lot of you're not allowed to have this particular some of them like that. Some of them are not street legal. Um, this one is, so I'm not gonna have any problems with nobody trying to when I gotta do the small checks and all that stuff. So I'm pretty hyped. So far, no check engine lights, so nothing caught. Knock on wood. Everything's been pretty simple on it. But yeah, pretty hyped on it. You know, pretty sick. And you'll probably see some clips and stuff in there of me putting it together and putting the stuff on and backwards and all messing up and that phone dying and the camera's dying, running out of light. But in all those situations, stuff still got it done. Sitting in there, and I couldn't be more proud and happy. I've never done anything like that. I am not a mechanic. Let me just first off and just say that and make that very clear. I am not a mechanic, but I am a car and truck enthusiast, so I am learning and doing stuff as I can. That are within my reach, of course, you know what I mean? And obviously, too, my family's in this car, so I have to make sure everything is safe in here, too. I'm not just doing this for just to be doing it. Big shout out to everyone. Big shout out to the LST fam, to the Thrillers. Big shout out to all the crews, Butte Creek VIPs, Borderline Minis, 530 Mini Truck Crew, man, everyone, Ordnance Cruisers, everybody. I just want to make sure you guys only have the best, obviously, right? Appreciate y'all. Mad respect. Looking forward to showing you guys more mods and stuff that I've been doing to the truck. But so far, that's pretty much everything that I've done. The lights, the wheels, the tow mirrors. This being the first one, but or the first like engine in the engine bay work. But I'm just hyped, doing stuff. So it's a great feeling always, especially when it works. So appreciate y'all rolling with me.